Hey everyone, I was looking at the lineup list for Not Scary Farm 2009 and just thought I'd share my thoughts and opinions on these new ideas and old mazes that are bringing back for 2009. So here we go. Now our first new maze of 2009 will be Lockdown the Asylum. Now, last year in 2008, they just had the Asylum, which was located over by Ghost Rider. Now, I'm sorry for all those fans of Asylum out there, but that thing was getting old. It may have scared me, but that was getting really old. And unfortunately, these Not Scary Farm dope heads, they think that they could rename it and just give us the same old Asylum, and I don't think that's the right thing to do, and unfortunately that's what they're gonna do. Now, until I go to Not Scary Farm this upcoming year, I can't make my final decision on this maze, but as of right now it seems that they're just putting a new name and a different description on the old maze. Now, I don't know if it's really going to be different or they're just saying it, but I'm hoping for the best. Now we have the Terror of London. This is actually one that I'm kind of excited for because it's a brand new original idea. It's not a ripoff of something else. It's not an old maze renamed another name or anything like that. It's a brand new area for us to experience, and I think this one is one of the more promising ones for this upcoming year. So if I were anybody who hasn't been to Not Scary Farm yet, I think this would be a good year to go because this sounds like one of the most promising ones. Our next new maze is Dia de los Muertos in 3D. Now, this is another original idea that I'm kind of excited for just because, like I said before, it's not a stolen idea, it's not a maze that's renamed or anything. It's going to be brand new, it's going to have La Llorona in it, it's going to have the Chupacabra and all that good stuff that comes from Mexican folklore. Now, the only problem that I have with this maze is the fact that it's going to be made in 3D. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm getting a little tired of this 3D because it doesn't really add anything for me. It just adds the scare factor of me running into something. It's not the fact that I'm scared because I can't see that well, so I can't see somebody popping out from the side. It's because I'm scared of getting hit by a wall or one of the props that are inside the maze. I'm very sick and tired of having to pay the one stupid dollar to get the stupid glasses and then go inside to figure out that it only adds barely anything to the experience. I'd rather walk through the maze and enjoy it, because most of these mazes that use these 3D glasses aren't even scary. They're those mazes that you're just supposed to enjoy. So personally, I would just skip the 3D glasses and just go into this maze, because I'm pretty sure it'll be scary enough and it's going to be one that you're going to enjoy without having to get those glasses. Okay, for our last one we have Uncle Bobo's Big Top of the Bazaar in 3D. Now, I already said how I feel about the 3D, and I don't think that it adds anything. I think that they should just keep it out completely, but they had to add it into another maze. So, you guys already know how I feel. I don't need to go into that again, because I'll get even irritated more about the situation. But with this, I feel that they're getting rid of the clown maze on the boardwalk for this one, and it's somewhat just a rename of it, but in another way it isn't, because it was Killer Clown College before. Now it's a circus type theme, but it still has the clown aspect to it. I think this might have some possibilities to it because the circuses have like freaks, sideshows, that sort of stuff. They have a lot of possibilities for scares and that sort of thing. But I think that the clown idea is kind of worn out, and I think they should come up with a new idea with a boardwalk, because every time I go to the boardwalk I find the same stupid clowns running around and I don't really get that scared anymore, and that's really more for the people who never go to Not Scary Farm. And I do understand that clowns are scary. I mean, get me, I was scared of clowns when I was 14 because my dad showed me it when I was 5. I was screwed over by him, and when I saw these clowns I wasn't even scared. I mean, honestly, it's time to get a new act. Uncle Bobo's Big Top of the Bazaar in 3D. No go for me. now we have our mazes that are returning from past years for Not Scary Farm 2009. Now I have a list here in front of me that says the names of the mazes that are coming back, and I don't understand how they choose these mazes for coming back if it's just based on polls or surveys from people who visited the park during Halloween. But I pretty much don't agree with some of the choices that were made. Cornstalkers, which was an amazing maze. I thought it was very smart. It was done well. A lot of scares, a lot of possibilities for scares, and the theme was done well. Club Blood, which is a new take on the vampire themed maze, was done very well. That was one of the ones that scared me pretty good. I agree with keeping that. The Doll Factory and Black Widow Caverns, which were the other two that I really enjoyed, and I think that were quality mazes. And Black Widow Cavern, I mean, that was right, so it was really amazing. But I find they were quality, they were made well, their theming is good, they have the good scares. And I mean, for Black Widow Cavern, come on, you can't really move anywhere, and you're at the mercy of the train itself and the people around you trying to scare you, which is pretty cool. That gives you a lot of, it's very nerve-wracking. But for the ones that are returning, I don't really agree with are Quarantine. Why would they return a maze that's from a movie that was released in 2008? I don't agree with that at all. And Alien Annihilation in 3D, once again, the 3D aspect, I don't need to go into it. But Alien Annihilation was one of the weakest mazes that was there in 2008. It wasn't even fun to me. I mean, I was just walking around looking at people who look stupid. They look stupid in their makeup and their costumes. I wasn't even impressed. The only thing that I was slightly impressed by was the gigantic robot. I mean, if they just had that for me to stare at for about 5 minutes, I'd be more interested in that than having to go through that stupid maze again. Pyromaniacs, don't get me even started on this. They need a new theme for this log ride, and I think the theming that they had a little while back was a lot better than the one that they have now. It was the Red Moon Massacre, if I'm thinking correctly, and it was more of like a Little Red Riding Hood, I think. I don't really remember that well, but I think that was a lot better theming than Pyromaniacs was. So I think they really need to revamp some of this stuff. I think they really need to look at people who go back to Not Scary Farm year after year after year, like myself, to really get an opinion of these mazes. Not get the opinions from people who don't go to Not Scary Farm every year. These people don't know that much about the park and what people like. So I don't know what these people are thinking, but I'm looking forward to this year for the new mazes and the new hanging show, which is always one of the best things. You can't ever miss that if you're going to go to the Scary Farm. You got to see the hanging. And that's about it, you guys. I had a fun time talking about these mazes. Hopefully I'll see you at Not Scary Farm in 2009. It's going to be great. Take it easy.